just a month ago, Evan Spiegel was talking to investors with their earnings release. So what happened in 1 month? And how should we project this onto other companies? Guy, what's your take? Guy? No. OK. We don't have Guy. Sorry.
Is he in timeout?
Well, can I jump in? Because I think this is what you would call in the business a good segue to the conversation that we were just happening. OK, if you're a consumer products brand and you're stopping or you're slowing down your spend on Snap, it's because some of the trends that you see in your underlying business. I mean, this is happening, people. We talked about it last week. OK, like I'm just saying, like, so what's going on right now? We're seeing revaluations in private tech. We're going to see a ton of blowups there. What do? They spend on AWS, they spend on Azure, they spend on Facebook ads, they send on Snap advertising, and they're going to be pulling back. And to me, I just think this is something that's going to play out over the next couple months.
I hear you, but I think there's no question the guide is coming from looking at advertising and looking at ad revenue in the places where Snap has actually been a pleasant surprise on the growth side of it. But it's still one of those companies with a multiple that makes no sense. It's still a company that has free cash flow dynamics that make no sense for this market. So this is very different than talking about a market and banks where I think you can own J.P. Morgan here. I don't want to own Snap here. I think there's a lot of stocks, and this is in the context of this show. I believe actually markets can go lower and will go lower from here, but I don't think that they have to go lower today for the next 3 months. And I think that's to me about the last segment. I want to get back to J.P. Morgan. We're talking about Snap. The dynamic with Snap is, and with other companies that are depending on advertising dollars, is that is a demand dynamic. We haven't heard from any consumer companies about a fall off in demand. All we've heard about are supply chain dynamics, and this isn't good.
Right. Guy, we're also watching Facebook shares down. We just put up a screen of all the sort of related stocks that are also trading lower on the back of the Snap news. Is that warranted?
Yes. The one that I'd be really interested, I'm sure Karen's going to agree here, is what happens to Google. I'm sure it's lower in the aftermarket. I think the stock was up $55 or so today. It's probably down maybe by about that in the after hours. But to me, Google's the one to watch. Google might be the one, as crazy as it sounds, that might be the flight to quality in the form of Google, given that they have their hands in so many different businesses. They might sort of be insulated from this. So if Google sells off precipitously on the back of this, I think there's your opportunity.